today on Ricky Lake.
Things are heating up once again.
Is it warm in here?
More than just puppy love. These firemen have enough fuel to set your hearts on fire.
There's a lot of fire in this, Grandma, yet.
They will fight for the right to save your day. The competition is as fierce as the contenders.
You guys are great.
As we search for America's sexiest firemen.
Something about the uniform drives the ladies crazy.
On the next Ricky Lake.
You know, sometimes this job can be so difficult. Playgirl magazine gave us the tough task of choosing the hottest, sexiest, best-built firemen we could find. We've got the 9 finalists here today as we search for America's sexiest firemen. From Playgirl magazine. And when she told us she needed firemen for Playgirl's July layout, we were happy to help you out.
And I'm glad you do.
Really? You happy?
I'm doing it, absolutely.
This is exciting. Are you excited, everyone? Me too. After seeing these guys backstage, I know that that's going to be one hot issue. We got so many letters and pictures from women telling us why their guy is the sexiest fireman in America. Now, we've narrowed down the competition, and let me tell you, these guys could put out my fire anytime. All right, why don't we have the women who wrote in tell us a little bit about these guys.
My name is Adrian, and my husband Czar has the others beat because his body keeps my love burning on and on.
I'm Victoria. My husband Greg is the sexiest fireman in America because he's tall, dark, and handsome, and he looks great in the uniform.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and my boyfriend Mark is the way to go. He's got a heart of gold and a body to match.
My name's Deirdre. When my guy Carlos run, women yell for help just so they'll rescue him.
Hi, I'm Joy. My husband Brian is so hot that when he's on call, you have to hose the women down.
My name's Donna, and once you've seen my boyfriend Scott, you know why he's the only one who can put out my fire.
I'm Kim, and I've had a crush on my friend Woody forever. He's the most heroic hunk I know. Ladies, take a good look at Woody, JP, and Gabe. Because not only are they gorgeous, but they're single and available.
Let's hear it for our 9 sexy firemen. You know, my job is tough, but somebody's got to do it, right? All right, you guys are great. Already, I can't pick a winner, and I'm just psyched that this is my show. All right, I'm gonna start with you, Czar. Your name even sounds sexy. Have women come on to you during the job?
Yeah, they'll come in front of the station and say, I need CPR, mouth to mouth, stuff like that. It's hilarious.
Does it get old?
No, never.
Does your wife get jealous?
Sometimes, it depends, but...
Sometimes, I would imagine. Now, Greg, you have lipstick on from your wife. What is it like being a fireman? I mean, what is it about firemen that drives girls nuts?
I think they like the fact that we're heroes and that we tend to keep ourselves in good shape. And we look good.
I'll say. Now, Mark, you posed in a calendar in Miami. What was that like?
Yeah, I was in the South Florida Firefighters calendar. And that's a calendar that we do for charity. It's for the University of Miami Jackson Memorial Burn Center and Ronald McDonald's Children's Charities.
Wow.
That's a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Carlo, do you have a rescue story that stands out in your mind?
Yeah, I went on a call. Parents hysterical. Baby was choking on a piece of candy. You know, I did something really easy, just back blows, chest compressions.
And you saved the baby's life?
Came right out. And it was really easy, but they really... You know.
Aww. Now, Brian, what do you like most about being a firefighter?
I think I like every day's different. You don't know what to expect. You go to work, could be a call for a fire, could be called to help an infant out or something like that. So it's pretty rewarding.
That's great. Okay. And what about you, Scott? Are all firemen good cooks?
Well, I don't really eat with the firemen, but I know one thing. When we're not putting out a fire, the next best thing is heating something up.
I won't even ask, okay? Now, and Scott, you were the one that carried me in the beginning of the show. Was I heavy? Please say no.
Not at all, and it was a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, Woody. Is it easier to pick up women when you're a firefighter? I would imagine, looking the way you do, it's not hard at all.
No, it's, I wouldn't think it was, but I don't know, something about the uniform drives the ladies crazy.
Do you agree? JP, are all firefighters in great shape like you?
For the most part, it's a pretty demanding job, and you want to be ready physically and mentally for it.
So you spend a lot of time on your bod, I would imagine.
More or less. I run, lift weights, get ready.
Well, it's working, okay? It's working. Did you always want to be a firefighter, Gabe?
I think so. When I was a kid, I would always get excited with the fire trucks, the lights and sirens, and it's a job of excitement. And I've always been an active child, and I love excitement.
It's great. Well, you do a great job, and you look great. Am I right? Charmian, you're going to have your work cut out for you. Audience, do you have a favorite yet? Do you have your own favorite? Yeah? All right, next. We'll see just how sexy our firemen can be. Stay tuned.
I don't know what makes firemen so cute or sexy. They're just always cute. Whenever a fire truck goes by, you're just waving at them because they're all really handsome and macho. You know, they go into a big fire and they can save my cats if there's a fire in my house.
Grandma's having a great time. The only thing I resented, they said this was a young person show. That I didn't like.
But you're having fun. What do you think of the guys today?
The guys are great. There's a lot of fire in this, Grandma Yeds.
You said a mouthful. It looks like each of these women have good reason to think their fireman is the sexiest in America. But I think we need to take a closer look. What do you think? Yeah. The ladies went into some pretty hot detail in their letters on why their guy is the sexiest, and we want them to tell us more. Right? Yeah. All right. Adrian, I'm going to start with you and Czar. Why don't you come on down and tell us a little bit of what makes him so sexy.
There is no sexier firefighter than Czar. This hot body also includes a great personality and an excellent sense of humor. And
did I mention those washboard abs, the tight buns, and the gorgeous face? When my man answers an emergency call, heads turn and women think of excuses to receive treatment from him. Czar can really put out a fire, and when he does, it's a hot time in the old house that night.
I forgot to tell you that there was a time limit, but there was the siren. Time's up. Yeah, I agree with you. Man, those are some abs, Czar. All right, Victoria and Greg, you're up. Now, let me just tell you that there's 20 seconds, all right? We're timing this, so you better get to it. What's so sexy? Start the clock.
Take a good long look at Greg. He's got the most gorgeous hair, beautiful green eyes, and like I said before, he looks great in his uniform. Greg brings all the excitement of his job home with him, and he's my hero. He's romantic, he's sweet, he's gorgeous, and he has a great butt.
What did you say?
I says everybody up there likes the buns. What's the matter with the rest of them?
You like the whole package, huh?
The whole package.
Okay, all right. Melissa and Mark, you're up. Remember, you have 20 seconds.
Mark is so sexy because he thinks he's shy. But let me tell you firsthand that he's not. Everything about him is sexy, from his looks to his personality. He's appeared on the calendar, and now women are tracking him down from all over. He's a great dancer and singer, and if I need to be rescued by anyone, he'd be the guy I want to answer my call.
Okay, audience, it's time for you to decide which of the three we have out here is the sexiest to you, okay? We have our VU meter, all right? Now, by applause, audience, do you think Czar, the first one, is the sexiest man? Ma'am, what was that you were doing? Stand up. Stand up. Are you a Czar fan?
Yes, I am.
You know he's married.
Yes, I do. I still like to know if he can lift me, though.
I'll bet he could. All right, how many are Greg fans? Remember, he's got those buns, audience. And finally, what about Mark? I think the winner was definitely Mark. But let me remind you that you all are not knocked out, Greg and Czar, okay? This contest is far from over. And Charmian, it is going to be awfully tough for you to decide.
This is a rough start already, so.
All right. Well, you guys are still all in the game, and when we come back, we'll see how heroic our fire hunks really are when we return. And later, we'll choose who is going to appear in Playgirl magazine. Don't go away.
What I like about firemen is that they're rugged, and especially after a fire, they're real dirty. They're really cute, and they work out, so they got muscles. I love that. I love a guy with muscles, something that you can grab onto, you know?
Great looking, but let's not forget that they also save lives. We wanted to see how they would handle saving their own damsels in distress. Carlo, Brian, and Scott are backstage and ready to rescue their women, but they have to find them first. Each of the women, Deidre, Joy, and Donna, are behind either door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. Oh, look at our puppies. The guys will have to get to the stage through our obstacle course. You can see there's a hoop that 2 kind audience members are holding up. Thanks, guys. They're going to run down and crawl over this ladder, and they're going to come on stage and have to break down these doors, okay? And they're going to find their woman, sweep her up in their arms, and then finally hand her one of these adorable Dalmatian puppies that are stealing the scene right now. They're so great. Let's see if these guys are as tough as they look. Are you ready, audience? We're going to start with Carlo. And we're going to find out at the end who's fastest. That you don't have?
I have everything.
Could you save your woman like he just saved his?
Certainly could.
Yeah?
Put me through the test. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we might just do that. Okay, but first we're gonna test Brian. Can he find his woman Deidre and do it faster than Carlo did? All right, you ready, Brian? Remember your time, so on your mark, get set, go! What'd you think of that? Would you want your boyfriend to save you like that?
Yeah.
I mean, he took it seriously, huh? He's out of breath. That was impressive. We have one more person. Scott is going to test his strength and agility and try to save his woman, Joy. Okay. Scott, are you ready back there? Remember your time. Try and do it faster. On your mark, get set, go! Such a good sport, Scott. But I have to admit, if that's your woman, I'm about twice her size. I feel sorry for you having to lift me up in the beginning of the show. I'm embarrassed. You guys were all great. Why don't you all come on out and give them a hand, guys. Now, just for the record, let me tell you all that, for the record, Carlo was the fastest with 32 seconds. All right. But remember, it doesn't mean anything. You're also going to have a chance to be in Playgirl magazine. Charmaine, are you checking them out? You're keeping score, aren't you? All right. Okay. Next, we're going to give the single guys a chance to prove their hot hunk potential. Stay tuned.
What makes firemen so sexy? Perhaps the fact that any imperfections, fat spots you have on your body, your coat will the big coat covers that. And there's no such thing as a bald fireman. We all have helmets to cover all any shortcomings you might have in the hairline.
I guess it's a physically demanding job, and probably women are attracted to that.
Unavailable men. But as you know, not all firefighters are attached. So Lisa, Today is your lucky day. Lisa is here because she loves firemen and is dying to meet one of her very own. She wants one of our sexy guys to make this lifelong dream come true. Now, why are you so hot for firemen, Lisa?
Well, I live near a firehouse, and when they go on a call, it just takes my breath away. They're in their little hats, and they're in the little trucks, and they're going off, and they think they're so sexy. They've got arms of steel. They've also saved my life because I was in the World Trade Center bombing, and they climbed up 180 flights just to get me down. So to me, they are my heroes.
That is so great. But you lucky girl, do you know what is about to happen to you?
Oh, I hope so.
It's our version of the Sexy Fireman dating game. What else?
Okay.
So are you ready to meet your potential hunks of burning love?
Oh, send them on in.
All right, come on out, guys. Okay, now you did not see these guys before the show, am I right?
No, they wouldn't let me.
All right, you tried.
I tried.
Lisa, as you can see, they're going to have to charm you with their answers before they can set your heart afire, okay? Okay. So guys, why don't you say hello to Lisa? Bachelor number 1?
Hello, Lisa, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Bachelor number 2?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Bachelor number 3?
Hello, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
All right. Should we just call the game quits now? All right. Why don't you begin your questioning, Lisa?
Okay. Firefighter number 1. What's the most shocking thing I'll see once you take off that gear?
Once I take my gear off, most shocking thing you'll see is an introduction to true fire.
Ooh. Firefighter number 2, the same question.
Most shocking thing. Well, I'll tell you what. You won't see anything shocking, but I guarantee you, you will be pleased.
Oh. Very good. Firefighter number 3, the same question.
Well, you'll find some tattoos, and when I strip down, you can search my body to find them.
Woo! Oh, okay. All right. Firefighter number 2. Which firefighting tool would best describe your bedroom manner?
Probably the fire extinguisher, because I will extinguish your flames of desire.
Firefighter number 3, the same question.
I would have to say an axe, because my passion will cut right through you.
Oh. And firefighter number 1, the same question.
I'd have to say a fire hose. Simply because once I get turned on, there's no turning me off.
Whoa. Okay, Bachelor number 1. Say you met me in a club while I was on a bad date. How would you rescue me from this awful situation?
How would I rescue you? I guess I'd have to look over and dig into my set of emergency tools and use my extrication procedure to bring you out of that dangerous situation.
Oh, baby.
And give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation until the victim has come back to life.
Okay.
From the date.
What an imagination, Bachelor number 1.
Very good imagination. Bachelor number 2. What safety tips do you have when it comes to the heat of passion?
All right. Stay cool. Don't panic. Do everything the nice fireman says, and you'll be all right.
And Bachelor number 3. What's the most heroic thing you've ever done for a woman?
Well, I'm not sure, but if you pick me today, I'll definitely be your hero.
Oh, baby.
Is it warm in here?
Very hot, very hot.
Oh, my God. I want to ask this guy. Sir, Remember you said, you have everything that these guys have. Do you have those cool answers?
Oh, yes, I have all those cool answers. Just lay them on me. Let's go.
Give him one of those questions. Let's see what he does.
Which firefighting tool would best describe your bedroom manner?
A hook.
For you, batch number 4 is right here. Okay. Are your questions through? Is that it? Got any
yes.
more? Okay. Audience, who do you think she should choose?
All their answers, but I think I'm really interested in seeing number 3's tattoos.
All right. Now, how many of you want batch number 1 and number 2? They weren't chosen. Yeah. Okay, we'll see what we can do. Let's meet the guys that you didn't choose, okay? Batch number 1 is Woody. He's a fireman with the New York City Fire Department who loves fighting fires and meeting new women. Thanks, Woody.
Bye.
All right. And bachelor number 2, you didn't choose, is JP. He's a firefighter from Miami who loves being the best at his job and other things.
Sorry.
Oh, that's the one in the ponytail, right, ma'am? Okay. Now let's meet the guy you did choose. Gabe is a firefighter who's also from Miami. He says firefighting is dangerous, but he wouldn't do anything else. Gabe, show us your hot stuff.
I guess they're gonna come off. Nice tattoos.
All right.
Hold something. The jacket.
Lisa is psyched. Next, we'll give our audience a chance to ask all of our fire hunks some questions of their own. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We'll be...
I think it's a fact that these guys have the looks to be the sexiest firemen in America, but looks aren't everything. Our audience has some questions that might help Charmian make her decision. Who here has a question for our firemen? You do. Oh, Nana has a question. I'll bet you do. What's your question, Nana?
Senior privileges. Woody, baby.
Oh, this question's for Woody. Stand up to the mic if you would, Woody.
I thought I could get a little closer.
Come on. Come on.
Grandma gets wicked every once in a while.
Go ahead, ask your question, Nana.
I'm embarrassing the hell out of my granddaughter, but I don't care. What advice do you have for women who want to meet firefighters?
Go no further. I'm right here.
New York City Fire Department. Come on, Nana. All right. How about a hand? She's got guts, huh?
My family it's going to be your fault.
Okay, she said to me, if her family disowns her, it's my fault. They're coming after me. Yes, you have a question. Stand up. Who's it for?
For Mark.
For Mark.
If you weren't a firefighter... Wait.
Yes?
If you weren't a firefighter, what would you do for a living?
Wow. If I wasn't a firefighter, I think I'd probably want to be a lifeguard so I could rescue all the ladies off the beach.
My. Yes. What's your question? Who's it for?
For Czar.
For Czar. Yes.
What was the most rewarding experience you had on the job?
It would be when we had a baby who had stopped breathing. We were able to revive it and get it to the hospital with increased vital signs, and he went home 2 days later. It was the best.
Proudly waving that question. Who's it for?
Greg.
For Greg. The question's for Greg. Yes.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you on your job?
My first day on the job, they told me to slide down the pole to see how good I do it. When I got to the bottom, the doors were locked. I looked up, and they were sitting there with ketchup, mustard, motor oil, sauerkraut. They dumped it on me.
Oh, man.
And they soaked it.
Yeah. Yes? Wait, who's it for?
Carlo.
Carlo. He's ready. What's the question?
What do you do in the station house in between fires?
Oh, what I do, I'm a full-time student at George Mason University, and we're always drilling, keep skills sharp, working out. So.
It's working. Who's your question for?
For Scott. Have you ever feared for your life on the job?
Well, I haven't feared for my life, but there is a certain amount of danger, but that's part of the excitement. That's what I like best in life is danger.
But don't you worry? I mean, don't you worry? You're married, and don't you think about your wife and...
Well, I'm not married and I don't have a wife, so right now I have no concerns.
Oh, but you do have a girlfriend. I'm sorry.
I can use some. I can use some.
You could use some. Okay. Stand up. Who's your question for?
Oh.
She can't even talk. She said, Who's it for?
Question's for JP. I'd like to know...
Hi.
Do you know why the Dalmatian is the firefighter's mascot?
Yes, I do. There's a long history behind it. It's way back when fire pumps used to be horse-drawn, and horses are colorblind. All the dogs in the neighborhood used to chase after the fire pump. So what the Dalmatian did, it kept the other dogs away, and that's why they went for a dog with black and white spots so that the horse could differentiate between that dog and the other dogs.
Who's your question for?
This is for Brian. Do you really slide down a pole?
Yes, we do slide down the pole. The reason why, because every call is an emergency, and time is of the essence on every call. That's why we do it.
And they do it well. Who's your question for?
Mine's for Gabe.
Gabe has quite a fan club.
Okay, Gabe, what was the funniest line a woman ever gave to try and pick you up?
Well, it's not really a line. It happened at work, and I don't recommend anyone doing it, but they called 911 asking for me to talk to me, and it was an emergency. The woman just called. I think that was pretty amazing.
Oh, my God. What do you think of that? Are you flattered by that, Gabe?
It's fun.
Yeah? Anybody have any questions? I know you, ma'am. You have one guy in mind. You were screaming your head off. Which one is it?
JP.
JP! Check her out. She's pretty cute. Yeah? Maybe you guys can talk after the show. I'm happy to make it happen if I could. What do you think? Do you have a boyfriend?
No one seriously.
No one seriously. JP. I think there's a fire here. Come put it out. All right. Yes. Stand up. Stand up. Yes. What do you want to say?
For Gabe, if that date doesn't work out, later on after the show.
See, that's the great thing about the audience. They're so shy. Yes. Sir, what do you want to say?
Like being a fireman, right? Does that ever conflict with your life? You know, like saying having a wife, or do you ever bring your work home?
Who are you asking? Anybody want to ask you? Go to the mic if you could.
Sometimes you're really stressed out, and when you come home, you're not in that great a mood, and you find yourself taking it out on your loved ones, but that's what usually they're there for. They make you feel better and comfort you, take your mind off it.
But it must get really stressful.
Yeah, it does at times. And they have, like, different committees that they debrief you and stuff like that to help you with stress management.
I see. And you get little perks like coming to the show and having ladies scream at you. Okay. So, who will be chosen as the sexiest fireman of America? Only Playgirl knows for sure, and we'll find out when we return. Stay tuned. Sexiest Firemen of America. Let's bring them on out. Czar, come on out. Greg, come on out. Greg, come on out. Greg knows how to work it. Mark, come on out. Choosing America's Sexiest Firemen.
This is the toughest day of my job, definitely, definitely. They have to be intelligent looking, gorgeous. They all are gorgeous. Boy, I don't know. Do you want me to tell you?
Do we want her to tell us? All right, audience, who do you think should... We found out the audience has chosen as the sexiest fireman, Gabe. Okay, Charmian, who are you going to choose?
Well, I can't keep my eyes off of Brian. So I'm asking Brian, but I'm also asking all of these guys. I think you're all fantastic.
So they all can be in the magazine?
All of them. I'm asking all of you to be in the magazine, but Brian is my choice.
All right. Wow. I look forward to seeing that July that July issue.
Yes,
How about you, ladies? Yeah. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us. Today. I hope you did too. I want to thank all of my guests for being here today, and Gabe for being the audience choice. This was for you. And why don't you give that to your winner, Brian? All right. You guys are all great looking and all great sports. Remember that you'll see these guys in the July issue of Playgirl magazine. I also want to thank the International Kennel Club of New York, who not only sold but bred these beautiful Dalmatian puppies. Now, it's one thing to have fun with firefighters, but it's also important to remember that fire is not something to play with. These men are true heroes and that they save lives. It's our job to be careful when dealing with fire. Thanks for being here.
Tonight, Tom Hanks meets the girl of his dreams. But there's only one problem. She's a mermaid. Daryl Hannah and John Candy co-star in Splash. Tonight at 8 on TV 18.